Hello pickles, peaches, puddings and pears, and welcome back to the channel, and I have a question for you. Have you ever had that thing where something you are passionate about, something that you consider a calling or something you'd really love to do has just become a grind? It's become something you have this twisted, self-torturing relationship with. My name is Stephen Hussey, and if you're new to the channel, this is where we talk about the 3 R's: reading, writing, and rationality. Don't check the spelling of those. So for me, one thing I developed a really toxic relationship with over the years was writing fiction. In my day job where I write non-fiction and blogs, articles, online programs, that's something I'm able to do in a workman-like fashion, something I can just show up and get the job done. When it comes to writing fiction, which is something I've often just done because it's something I'm creatively drawn to, I realized over the years I developed a really terrible, bad relationship with this thing. And I remember years ago, when I was 16, I got really passionate about writing and started to fall in love with literature and the classics. And at some point in my 20s, I thought, I want to have a go at this. I want to have a go at writing a novel. And I sat down to write it. And at first it's exciting. And then you come across the first bit where you get stuck and you often stop, which is what I did. I stopped and put it in a drawer, metaphorically, on a Word document, and just left it and just kind of said, oh, I'll come back to that when I'm feeling it again. And then, some time passed, and eventually in my late 20s, I thought, no, I want to take it seriously this time and really make sure I'm going to get a book done by the end of the year. And then what would happen is every week I would sit down to write. Every time I would be so full of anxiety that I have to make sure I stay on track here. I have to make sure I'm producing enough words. And I would just be kind of banging out words, but finding it torturous and a grind and hating the process. And even if I would have a good week and write a lot, I would then start the next week just feeling like I need to do just as well this week and get 10 or 15 pages done, and I would put myself under loads of pressure. Then I would inevitably fail, beat myself up, tell myself I wasn't doing good enough, and I'd say, well, the writing sucks anyway, so what's the point? And I would just kind of give up on the whole process. And I realized this was essentially because I didn't have a very good system, and I was putting way too much pressure on what I had to produce and how much of it I had to produce all the time. So something I've been doing this year, which has been incredibly refreshing, is I actually signed up for a course with a writing tutor where she gives me feedback and I write a certain amount every week and she gives me notes on it. And what we agreed on was 5 pages a week. That's a modest enough amount to be a challenge, but without completely overwhelming you. It's enough to say, if I get this 5 pages locked in, I am making actual progress on my book. And if you times that by 12 months, you get 260 pages a year. So 260 pages a year, that's a lot of books. You can essentially do a book in a year if you do 5 pages a week. And that even breaks down to about 300 words a day. So if you want to make the micro goal even smaller, you can do 300 words a day. At the moment, I'm really enjoying this because if I know I just get this ticked off, I don't need to do anything more. I can relax. I can feel like, you know what, I got this amount done and I'm going to talk about it in next week's session, and then we're going to move on to the next bit. Instead of when you are just floundering alone with no goal, no micro little hurdles to get over, you are just constantly looking at this mass of a big unwieldy draft of a book, and you kind of never know how far you're actually getting. You always feel like you're stumbling around. You wrote some words today, but did you actually get anywhere? Whereas if you have a micro goal, you are always getting a little hit of that feeling of progression, validation, success. I was successful this week. I was successful this week. And that feeling spurs you on to do more. It makes you feel like you are moving forward and you build up momentum over time. So I really wholeheartedly recommend this. If you have any projects right now, whatever it is, think of a micro goal that you can do every week on it, and then you can just feel good about it. You can just tick that off, feel good about yourself, and know that you are making progress on that thing that is your calling, that thing that's burning inside you. Even if it's not going to be your life's work, it might just be something you really want to do, but you'll make some progress and feel good about it. Let me know in the comments one project you can have a micro goal for below, and do subscribe to the channel, of course. And if you want more writing stuff, there's a video right here. You can go and check out me chatting more about the creative process. And I will see you very soon, pickles. Bye bye.